Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihara. Gopi Janavala Bhakti Vasudeva Yasudhananda Yasudhanandana Prajajana Yasudhanandana Prajajana Yamunatira Yamunatira Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Gale Ba, Hare Ba, Hare Ba, Bala Hare Ba. Jai Om Vishwan, Paramahamsa, Parivaya, Astotra Sistema Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivraja. Astotra Sistema Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavin Ke Jai. Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur Ke Jai. Prem Si Kahao Si Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Si Advaita Gadadhar Si Vasari Si Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ke Jai. Si Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Syama Kunda Radha Kunda Gita Govardhan Ke Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ke Jai. Mayapanavadip Dham Ke Jai. Jagannathpuri Dham Ke Jai. Ganga Yamuna Mai Ke Jai. Srimati Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ke Jai. Sama Veda Bhakti Ke Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the Samud devotees. All glories to the Samud devotees. All glories to the Samud devotees. All glories to Sisi Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 18, text 66. Title of this chapter is The Perfection of Renunciation. The Perfection of Renunciation. So again, we'd like to thank everyone for coming to participate in this Sunny Feast, and especially this segment of the Sunny Feast, which has to do with some austerity of sitting down and listening or hearing, participating. So it takes love for someone to visit somebody. So you came to visit their lordships here, means you love them. If you don't love somebody, you don't visit them in their home. You may meet in the office, but that's it. So, out of love, So next time when someone comes to your home, of course, in America, you don't go to any place without invitation. People, people, people keep telling me, I went to Europe and they kept telling me, "Oh, Maharaj, come here, come there, come there." I said, "See, I'm sorry, but I'm coming from America, and the law is that you don't go to places where you're not invited." Because if something happens to you, but were you invited? So the Krishna doesn't need to send you an invitation. You're free. You're part of his family. Okay, we are. It's parts and parcels. He said we are all his children. You don't need to, take a permission from your parents before you return back from work to the home. I don't think it happens. Is it happening with some homes? I don't think so. No. So, and this is a universal home, so you don't need to get some permission. So the text is 66. This is a popular text. Just to be clear, as an educator, I have my master's in education and philosophy. So as an educator, I go to places I like to get some clue from the people on ground, start the management. So I normally I want the management to suggest what I should say because they know the problems or the challenges or the needs of their community more than I do. I'm just visitor. So they said that this verse should be treated. Okay. All right. Just to be clear. Sarvadharma paritaja mamikam saranam vraja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami ma sutaha. Sarvadharman parityaja mamikam saranam vraja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami ma sutaha. Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam saranam vraja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami ma sutaha. Can someone try? Sarvadharman parityaja Ladies, 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 All right. So thank you very much. I think there's a tally here, 50-50 ladies. Yes, and, so it's good. Because we give everyone equal opportunities. We say we are not this body. We should live by it. We should not marginalize women. Okay? So it's very good. So word for word translation and translation and purport by ISKCON Phanacharya is Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhakti Vasudeva Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you. Sarvadhaman, all varieties of religion. Parityaja, abandoning. Mam, unto me. Ekam, only. Saranam, for surrender. Raja, go. Aham, I. Tvam, you. Sarva, all. Papebhyaha, from sinful reactions. Mokshayishami, will deliver. Ma, do not. Suchaha, worry. So, listen to the translation. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Please kindly respond. Repeat. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. The Lord has described various kinds of knowledge and processes of religion. Knowledge of the Supreme Brahman, knowledge of the Supersoul, knowledge of the different types of orders and statuses of social life, knowledge of the renounced order of life, knowledge of non-attachment, sense and mind control, meditation, etc. He has described in so many ways different types of religion. Now, in summarizing Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that Arjuna should give up all the processes that have been explained to him. He should simply surrender to Krishna. That surrender will save him from all kinds of sinful reactions. But the Lord personally promises to protect him. In the 7th chapter, it was said that only one who has become free from all sinful reactions can take to the worship of Lord Krishna. Thus one may think that unless he is free from all sinful reactions, he cannot take to the surrendering process. To such doubts, it is here said that even if one is not free from all sinful reactions, simply by the process of surrendering to Sri Krishna, he is automatically freed. There is no need of strenuous effort to free oneself from sinful reactions. One should unhesitatingly accept Krishna as the supreme savior of all living entities. With faith and love, one should surrender unto him. The process of surrender to Krishna is described in the Hari Bhakti Vilas. 11,676. Anuklesha Sankalpa Patikulesha Bhaj. Rakshishati Vishwa So Goptri Twe Baranam Tuta Atmanikshe Pad Kampaye Sadvidi Saranagat. According to the devotional process, one should simply accept such religious principles that will lead ultimately to the devotional service of the Lord. One may perform a particular occupational duty according to his position in the social order, but if by executing his duty, one does not come to the point of Krishna consciousness, all his activities are in vain. Anything that does not lead to the perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness should be avoided. One should be confident that in all circumstances, Krishna will protect him from all difficulties. There is no need of thinking how one should keep the body and soul together. Krishna will see to that. One should always think himself helpless and should consider Krishna the only basis for his progress in life. As soon as one seriously engages himself in devotional service to the Lord in full Krishna consciousness, at once he becomes free from all contamination of material nature. There are different processes of religion and purificatory processes by cultivation of knowledge, meditation in the mystic yoga system, etc. But one who surrenders unto Krishna does not have to execute so many methods. That simple surrender unto Krishna will save him from unnecessarily wasting time. One can thus make all progress at once and be freed from all sinful reactions. One should be attracted by the beautiful vision of Krishna. Krishna is very beautiful. His name is Krishna because he is all attractive. One who becomes attracted by the beautiful, all-powerful, omnipotent vision of Krishna is fortunate. There are different kinds of transcendentalists. Some of them are attached to the impersonal Brahman vision. Some of them are attracted to the supersoul feature, etc. But one who is attracted to the personal feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and above all, one who is attracted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Krishna himself, is the most perfect transcendentalist. In other words, devotional service to Krishna in full consciousness is the most confidential part of knowledge. And this is the essence of the whole Bhagavad Gita. Karma yogis, empiric philosophers, mystics, and devotees are all called transcendentalists. But one who is a pure devotee is the best of all. The particular words used here, man suchaha, do not fear, don't hesitate, don't worry, are very significant. One may be perplexed as to how one can give up all kinds of religious forms and simply surrender unto Krishna. But such worry is useless. Brother, good conclusion. Oh my God, Sakshur Malatam Jena Tasmai. See Gurubhe Namaha. Suchetayamano Bistam, Safitam Yena Bhuti. Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Padanti. Pande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Buddhadaya Kastanto Chita Chantamon. Vanchakalpatarevacha Kripasanam Devacha Paritanam. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadvaita Gadara Sivasadi Sarva. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sonya Radha Pachati. So, this text is a popular text talking about surrender, and in the purport, Prabhupada makes a reference to the Hari Bhakti Vilas, explicating the implications of what it implies to surrender, what it entails. What does it mean? It doesn't mean that you should give up your job and come and live in a temple. It doesn't mean that you should give up your school and come live in a temple. If you finish your PhD and you come and be a devotee, that would be amazing. These days we have young people who finish their PhD, finish their postdoctoral studies, and they just move into the temple. I want to be brahmachari. Good for you. So, surrender doesn't really mean something that, is impository on anyone. When someone says that they are surrendered, it means that they are accepting everything that is favorable in the service of the Lord and utilizing that same in serving Lord Krishna and his devotees. When one is surrendered, it means that he's depending on Lord Krishna, being the well-wisher of everyone. What about the devotee? Sometimes people get unnecessarily jittery. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? What? But if we understand that even our plans, Prabhupada suggests that, yes, we should strategize. We should make our plans, but we should hang our plans like a garland on Krishna. Let Krishna give the final verdict. This is very common in academia. No matter how erudite you are, some other professors, at least 3 professors, will vet your proposition to see whether it suits the purpose. It's not like writing a book. Okay. So they will vet you. So let Krishna be the final person to vet our proposition. It doesn't mean that we should not make a proposition. We should strategize. We should figure out, what do I do? What are my plans for this year? What are my plans for the next 6 months? What are my plans for the next 10 years? This management science, we have what we call strategic planning. A plan ahead. The devotees also, they should have strategic plan. When we come to devotional service, what we literally are doing is that we are initiating a devotional change in our lives. To initiate a change, anyone can do it. The problem is to lead that change to a logical conclusion, fruitfully. That is the challenge. And so, we don't look at people, this person is not leading his or her change powerfully, so let me also be like this person. He doesn't chant, so why should I chant? We should look at the people who are serious and emulate them. There are 2 things, emulation and imitation. Emulation means we see something genuine, authentic, and favorably disposed to our spiritual emancipation, and we want to learn from that person. We want to do like that person. We should not become like kids that, little kids, they've been chanting and they see their playmates not chanting, and they come to complain to the parents. My friends are not chanting. Why are you asking me to chant? Why are you asking? So surrender is a very simple thing that we just, Bhakti Siddhanta says that we are yukta varagyas. Yukta varagya implies that we utilize everything that is favorable in the service of the Lord to do the needful. We don't reject things. We are not like the impersonalists who say, oh, we don't want to touch anything. We don't want to do anything. We don't want to touch money, want to do anything. No, we use everything in the service of the Lord. That is surrender. We don't use anything for our own personal gain. We don't want to use anything for our own personal aggrandizement, but we want to use everything at our disposal, our mind, our intelligence, our bodies in the service of the Lord. Our words in the service of the Lord. And therefore, it's a simple process. In fact, Lord Chaitanya simplified it to a very bare minimum degree. Now, Lord Chaitanya was traveling in South India. This Brahmin, he came to him and said, I want to follow you. I want to give up everything and just follow you. Lord Chaitanya said, okay, good for you. But you know what? You go back home and make your household devoted. Make your home a temple. Worship at home. You have wife and children. Take good care of them in Krishna consciousness. That is surrender. In ISKCON, in earlier days, people miscue this terminology and it resulted to spousal abuse, child abuse, and so many things. Child is just crawling, and then the man walks out of the house. I'm taking Barbara, I'm taking science, and then so what is the wife going to do? I was traveling, and I went to one country. So after giving a class in the morning, one lady came to me and she said, Maharaj, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I said, what is in trouble? He said, I heard my husband is planning to take Vanaprastha. I said, please, Mataji, you don't worry. The things have changed in ISKCON, okay? These days, you have to sign a document that your husband has built a house for you or bought a house for you. They got you a nice car. They got plenty of money in the bank for you to use. For the rest of your life, you have to sign this document before you'll be accepted to take science to leave the family. I said, don't worry. So in the past, we put women in anxiety, unnecessary anxiety. So the woman is a devotee, the man is a devotee, and for whatever reason, they just, we want to use Krishna as a smoke screen in our abusive tendencies. We want to use Krishna, Oh, I'm taking sannyas. You just take care of the family. Good for you, but this time is not so cheap. You have to placate your wife. You have to provide all of the necessary social infrastructures and amenities. So if you have a husband, you're secure. Don't worry. Mataji, don't just worry. Okay. So in this age and time, Lord Chaitanya understands. Lord Krishna demanded that people should just surrender to him. And the process of surrender in this age. Who knows the process of surrender in this age? Yes. Prabhuji, yes. If you know, raise up your hand and respond. What is the process of surrender in this day and age? Yes. Chanting the holy names, yeah. Some people know, but they're not sure. So chanting is the holy name. Chanting the holy name, anyone can do it. So anyone can surrender to Krishna in this age. And it's not a difficulty. I was reading a letter from Prabhupada to Ekayani or Karani or something, one Prabhupada disciple, 1975. So he said that, according to the degree that the individual understands that these teachings, this is the science. So into that degree, the individual surrenders unto Krishna. So it makes a lot of sense. If we don't understand how Krishna reciprocates in our service attitude, then we'll be waiting for somebody else to lead the way. If we are cognizant of the fact that Krishna is really reciprocating, then we don't have to wait for somebody to lead the way for us. Rather, we will want to lead the way for others to emulate. And therefore, the process of surrender in this age is pretty simple. It's simple, we should not make it complicated. And each place I go to, especially devotees preaching to college students, I tell them, please do not tell the students to leave their studies to come and live in the temple. Encourage them to finish their studies. See, there was a devotee in India. There was his counselor brought him to his Guru Maharaj. That was Gopal Krishna Maharaj. And then introduced him to Guru Maharaj. And then that was time for initiation. He said this boy was in college. So time for initiation. So he was cognizant. This is the boy who came to me the other time, and that he was in college. So he asked, time for initiation. So he asked, yes, so when are you graduating? The boy said, oh, I dropped out from college. So the Guru Maharaj said, why? He said, my counselor said I should stop. Move to the temple to be brahmachari. Oh, yeah. Some people do this stuff. Yeah. See, surrender does not simply mean that we shave our heads. People shave their heads. I've seen so many people who are celebrities and they shave also like the Hare Krishnas. So, shaving of head does not simply mean surrender. Or living in the temple does not simply mean surrender. Surrender means a lot of things. And Prabhupada gives the details, the explanation of what Krishna meant here. If we don't understand from the Acharya, this is the problem with not having a guide. If we don't have guidance, we may read the Bhagavad Gita and give our own interpretation, and we will never get it right what Krishna means in any circumstance. Because we could take the words to be purely subjective or objective, and we interpret it according to our own understanding. That is the reason we need a guru, need a mentor to help us, guide us, interpret the scriptures to us. Like Prabhupada is perfectly doing that. Because our brains, we are not perfect. And so our brains are not perfect either. We can't grasp everything, we can't understand. You can only understand things that you're familiar with. Things you're not familiar with, how are you going to understand? Except you ask the person for clarification, the things you don't understand. And in most cases, we're not there with Krishna now to ask. So the Acharya explains to us about what Krishna means in this circumstance. So here, Prabhupada is explaining what it implies to be surrender. Depending on Krishna, understanding Krishna will protect us in all circumstances. And therefore, the jiva, the conditioned soul, is very, very likely to be afraid, to be frightful. It's part of our default condition. We are afraid all the time. We fear for something. And therefore, even the surrendering process, yes, we can be afraid if we hear that very terminology, surrender. Surrender to who? To what? We would prefer other people to surrender unto us. But if someone surrenders unto you, how do you use them? For your sense gratification? Then there is a whole lot of implication in that aspect. And therefore, we find people abuse their positions. In America, it's so common. People abuse their positions and then they get them rounded up, they go to jail. They lost their jobs, lost their credibility, and a reputation is all goes down the drain. Especially surrender. Someone working under you is more or less a surrender soul to you. But how you use that person, that is what really matters. And Krishna understands the mentality of the jiva. Therefore, he's telling us, look, I am not going to micromanage you. I'm not going to abuse you. I will see you as my parts and parcels. We will work together and create a pathway to your emancipation from the clutches of material inebriety. This is the whole stuff. We have seen people being abused. And so, surrender. To who? For what? Surrender to you? Do I trust you? So, the pure devotee trusts Krishna. Therefore, he surrenders to Krishna. He allows Krishna to use him. Look, understand who Krishna is. Divya Thakur, in his one of his poems, he says that this Krishna is a thief. It's a rogue. But it's an exceptional rogue. Exceptional rogue. How is that? Yes, he steals even the clothes of the cowherd girls. But he goes beyond that. He even steals the heart of his pure devotees. But not only that, he steals the sinful reactions of his pure devotees. And so Bhima, he exclaimed, what? I've never seen this type of a thief. Bhima Thakur, he lived in Vrindavan for decades, very aged before he left his body. And Krishna would personally come to give him milk. So he was highly realized. So people say, is Krishna God? Yes, he's God. If he's not God, you show me God. People who have realized Krishna, they know Krishna is God. They have seen him, they have realized him, they have had communication with him, they've shaken hands with him. Lord Brahma shakes hands with him. So yes, he will not manipulate us. He says, surrender to me. He is not going to do anything harmful to us. Just like a father who loves their child will always protect their child. So Krishna loves us more than we can think of. Otherwise, why all these facilities for gratis? The air we breathe for free. Water, almost virtually free. If we have to buy air, oxygen, only few people will survive it. Because all the money will go in for that. And oxygen also becomes part of the bills we have to pay every month. We could get into trouble. Now, these essential infrastructures needs Krishna gives it for us for free. This is out of love. So he cares for us, and therefore his proposition here is that we should surrender unto him, which people may think, why should I surrender unto Krishna? Krishna is the only person who can pulverize the simple reactions of the conditioned soul. Krishna is the only person who can free us from the reactions to our sinful activities. No demigod, even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Ganesh, Durga, whatever, no demigod is capable of freeing us from any reaction. Lord Brahma also mentioned that in the Brahma Samhita. And the sinful reactions are forced on the conditioned soul. You see, it's not like the American justice system that you have a good lawyer and you may even kill somebody, or you may even commit the crime, and the good lawyer finds some loophole in the prosecution witness, and there is some contradiction, and then he tells the judge, hey, we can't believe this prosecution witness because there's contradiction here. One person says they fought inside the parlor, another person says they fought outside there. That's a contradiction. It doesn't mean that they didn't fight. They fought. But the so-called criminal, person who is indicted, will walk away free because there's a contradiction. The laws of nature are not like that. Yamaraj is smart, smarter than any justice system you can think of. Therefore, Prabhupada would refer that the laws of nature are very stringent. Krishna is the only person who can free us from the reactions to our sinful activities. And our sinful activities are recorded. It's not that we commit the sin in the bed of the ocean and then nobody is there. Iswara Sarva Bhutanam Ridi Si Arjuna Tistati. The Lord is also a witness to all our activities, is located in the heart region. So there is someone watching us. The Lord himself expands. He's very merciful. Who is more loving and kind to us than the Lord? Even your beloved, your most beloved, will not follow you into the toilet. This is someone who says, darling, 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 you're going to the toilet? You're going to the restroom? Let me follow you. You've seen anybody like that? I've seen anybody like that. Raise up your hand. Nobody like that. But the Lord, he accompanies us even to the toilet, to the restroom. You're going to defecate. He goes there with us, the witnesses, to bear all the nonsense, the smell, and all the stuff. And yet, people don't seem to understand the gravity of that relationship. What type of relationship can compare to the one between the Jiva and the Supreme? So he follows us everywhere. I've not seen anywhere on this planet. Of course, you may say, hey, Swami, you have just lived for a little more than 60 years. What do you know? What have you experienced? Okay, good for you. I agree. I have a limited frame of time on the planet. But I've not seen anywhere that someone is so much loved by their beloved or by their beloved, and then he is found guilty in a litigation, in a court matter. He is sentenced to jail. And then the darling says, take me also to jail. I've never seen that. Not that you've seen any case like that? Where Krishna goes with us to the jail as the super soul. He's there with us. What type of love can you compare? And here it says, Surrender unto me. I will free you from all these reactions, sinful reactions. See, people commit crimes. It's not that they go and sit down and plan to commit the crime in some cases. Some cases it's premeditated, yes. But in some cases, no. It just happens. They're just impelled to do things against even their better judgment. Yet Krishna says, don't worry, I will free you from the reactions. You did all your nonsense, we do all of our nonsense, and Krishna says, don't worry, don't fear, I will free you from reactions. That is love. Unconditional love. It's not judging us. So we should take up this process of surrender to Krishna in the form of chanting his holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And our lives will be sublime. Our life will be very happy. Yeah. Do some service to Krishna, especially those who are initiated. We should ask ourselves, what is my service to my spiritual master? We eat and every day. We're getting good money to eat sumptuous food. Ask yourself, what is my service to my spiritual master? See, proper disciples, they will go into this, they will go out under the snow, under the rain, under the sun to distribute proper foods. We should respect these people. We should respect proper disciples. If we cannot love them, we should respect them. They've done a lot. They are the ones who have survived the heat. We are just coming to enjoy what they have labored for. They work so hard for their guru. We should ask ourselves, why, especially those who initiated, what is my service to my spiritual master? A disciple implies that we are helping our spiritual master in serving Lord Krishna. We have to constantly ask ourselves, what is my service? And that's a good, frame of mind to begin with. And then we can engage according to our propensities. An expert manager is the one, expert guru is the one who engages the disciple according to their propensity, according to their talent. It's called, in management science, we call it talent management. The Prabhupada, when Sadhuputta, this scientist, the late scientist, disciple of Prabhupada, when he joined the movement, fully surrendered soul, he joined the movement. So he was in Atlanta, Georgia, and Prabhupada went to Georgia, and then he asked the temple president, oh, this scientist, is he here? He said, yes, he's here. What service is he doing? Or the president said, oh, we engage him to wash dishes. And Prabhupada snapped. He said, all that you know is engage people to wash dishes? This is a scientist. Send him to Bhakti Vasudeva Swami at the Bhakti Vedanta Institute. That is called talent management. So, surrender, when people come to our temples, we have to figure out what are their soft spots, what are their propensities, what is their background, and how to engage them according to their skill and dispositions. Otherwise, we will not be maximizing the utility of what Krishna has provided for us. And Prabhupada said utility is the principle. So surrender means a very simple process, and we should not make it complicated. In Kali Yoga, we need to understand the process of chanting is the embodiment of surrender. Any comments or questions? Yeah. So,
So what is the reason behind that? Why everything not happening? I don't know, because everybody has their own patient style. So how much percentage is in our hands and how much percentage is already decided by the Lord as per it goes on?
Sukam Andrekam Decha Deha Yogi. So the enjoyment that we procure, we obtain in this very with this very body is already is pre-designed. The body is like a package that comes with pre-designed arrangements. It doesn't mean that we cannot change that design. We can change. And the way to change it is only in devotional service. In devotional service, we can change our karma. We can twist it around. We can change it. How? Because the person who imposes the sinful reactions, the person who bestows the positive merits, is Lord Krishna. He is the one orchestrating everything behind the curtain. He is the one orchestrating every damn thing. And so, when you see, it's like, for instance, suppose you have a very strong connection with the DA, the district attorney of this very county. And then, all of a sudden, something happened, and you got apprehended by the police. Then he happened to go to the police station, and he sees you. Automatically, he will not ask about anything. He will just meet the DPO or the officer in charge and say, please, I know this guy. I can vouch for him. Is there anything that is wrong? You tell me. He didn't ask for it because he knows your character. And even if you made some mistake, he is there, he's ready to vouch for you before the officers. It makes your case very, very simple. Now, the antithesis to that is that we don't know any big guy around. And we might not have done anything else. Now, profiling goes on in America, if you like, believe it. Especially with minorities. Profiling goes on. So, you could wonder, someone comes to profile you, and then you wonder, what the heck is going on here? Christian, do I merit this? Sometimes we blame Christian for practically everything. But the understanding is that there are some things that are not within our scope of control. And sometimes we don't seem to understand that there are some things that we can control, we can deal with, and there are some things that we cannot control. The things we're not able to control, we should seek for help. Now, if we encounter a situation that is so perplexing and we are confused, that is when a spiritual mentor comes in. That is the situation that Arjuna was also passing through. He was confused about how to execute even his duty. But Krishna was there, luckily for him, to clarify his ambiguities and doubts. So we also will experience some ambiguities or some doubts in the process of our execution of duties. And therefore, if we don't get bewildered and we understand that there are some things that we can take custody of, and there are some things that we really we should seek for help, then it makes our whole life very, very simple. But if we take for granted that I should have to deal with everything, then it could create some type of complexity. And so, yes, There are some things that are beyond our control. There are some things that we can deal with. And the things that are beyond our control, we should seek for help. The package is there, but it doesn't mean that, Okay, I'll give you an example. There is a war, or there's a shooting out there. And let's forget about the shooting. We have been told that a tornado is coming in the area, and the government has announced people should be evacuated. And then people have to come around to evacuate the members of the constituency, and then you thought, I'm a devotee of Krishna. What can happen to me? I depend on Krishna. That's not a good mentality. Tornadoes are beyond your control. So Krishna send the government to come and rescue you. But you say, no, I'll wait for Krishna. There was a story I read from somewhere, how this person, he had some challenge when there was a flood. And so he died. Then when he went to the court of Yamaraj, and he was blaming Yamaraj that, why did this happen to me? So Yamaraj said, look, the Lord sent someone to you to rescue you. Planes, helicopters came to rescue you, but you refused to cling onto it to be rescued. What else can the Lord do for you? So we should understand that there are some things that are beyond our control. There are some things that are not within the scope of our control. There are some things that, yes, we can control. The things we cannot control, we should let go, take shelter of a helper. Does it make sense? Yeah. Any other comment or question? In the absence of any comments or questions. Mataji, any questions or comments? All right. It's a simple talk. You want to ask a question? All right. So thank you again for coming. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.